I'm about to paint a mural in the waiting room of this gynecologist's office. This mural was a special request and I've never painted flowers that look like this before, so I'm very excited to show this to you. These might look a little familiar to you, and I am trying to capture different shades and coloring while yet still keeping within a pastel palette. I started with the roses, but now I'm moving into orchids and other flowers. Here I am moving on to the detail and line work. I wanted to keep it soft and subtle, yet still used a lot of detail and coloring. And here it is all done. I hope the gynecologists, as well as all of their clients, love this as much as I do. My husband built this bar in our basement, and since he's been talking about The Simpsons literally since the day I met him, I decided to paint him a little mural to say thank you. The bar's not quite finished yet, but I have some time today while he's away at the gym, so I figured I'd paint it now. I obviously had to paint Moe's Tavern, so I added in all of my husband's favorite characters. I did some freehanding on the characters, and I tried to make it as though they were part of the bar sitting on the opposite side, and then of course you can see Abe underneath having a drink. And here it is all done, and I love the way this one turned out. I'm so excited to show my husband. Thanks so much for watching my video. Also, stay tuned. I finally got a reaction video you guys have all been asking for.
Whoa, that looks awesome. That's amazing.
You like it?
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You nailed it. Wow. Got Abe. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sick. I love it.
Since you're all pretty nosy and you ask me all the time, hey Rachel, what's your biggest project yet? Well, let me tell you, this is it. Also, don't let that first little clip fool you. This is actually how slow I paint. You gotta think about things when you're freehanding. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to regular speed. So yes, you did hear me correctly. I am freehanding this entire mural. Not sure if you've guessed yet what I'm painting, but if you haven't, it's giant monstera leaves. So get this, the original concept for this mural is a completely freehand doodled mural. If you don't know what doodled means, look it up. That's what Google's for. Okay, and here's a sneak peek at how big this building is. So I was more than happy to do some black and white doodle work, but then I had to go and open my big mouth and suggest that I fill some of them in with green. So here I go with the roller. So now I'm going to give you a little tidbit of advice. If you're painting a building more than 6 stories tall and you have to use a sky lift, make sure your husband knows how to drive one so that you don't have to. Then you can drag him to the entire job and make him drive while you paint. It's fantastic, and you get to spend some quality time with your husband. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, wait, what are you doing? Get back to work. Seriously, get back to work. What are you, waving? Ugh, grow up. Ooh, look at you, you're really high up. Anyways, let's get back to it. There we go, that's better. Look at this, some cool drone footage. Ooh. That was my interpretation of a drone flying, in case you were wondering what that noise was. All right, so as you can see, I'm leaving some of them doodled and then others are completely filled in. And they have a sweet fade that goes from a light green to a dark green. You can see it here on this one because it's nice and close. All right, so you're probably wondering, hey Rachel, where on earth is this building? Well, look, it's right there. Let's go down and check it out. Thanks, drone guy. This is actually an apartment block in Osborne Village in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. What we are currently looking at is the courtyard. All of these balconies face each other. They are called Romeo and Juliet balconies because there's just enough room for you to stand out there and then yell at your neighbor across the courtyard. So that's a cool concept. And now with this mural, it looks like an urban jungle. Mission accomplished. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Really appreciate it. Hey, if you're seeing this, you are witnessing my first mural of the outdoor season of 2026. I'm starting off strong this year with corrugated steel as my surface type. Also, this building is big. I don't know how big because I didn't measure. but it's big. The first day of painting was beautiful, but of course we live in Manitoba, and so the second day was cold and raining and I had to cancel. I think it even started snowing. The third day was so beautiful and hot I even got a sunburn. This brings us to the fourth day where there was a weather advisory of severe winds and a dust storm. You can see here it blew over my camera, and that happened a lot. Nevertheless, I prevailed. Now, if you've been watching closely for this entire time, you may have noticed a dog that's been moving in and out of the camera frame. I'm going to introduce you to my new best friend. His name is Thor, and I spent the majority of my time at this mural doing this, throwing him his ball back and forth. Every time I threw it, I'd get myself an extra 30 seconds to paint in peace, but he was there by my side, windstorm and all. And here we are, we finally finished. And how could I complete this mural without one extra throw to Thor? There you go, old boy. Now to answer some of your questions, this mural is painted with exterior house paint. I did the whole thing with brushes, which is crazy because I could use a sprayer, but I do not. Sometimes I roll, but most of the time I just paint with brushes. The client obviously requested a tropical scene, and the last minute addition was this here octopus, because you know what? Why not? I had a ton of fun with my new friend Thor painting this mural, and besides the insane amount of dust inside my eyeballs from the dust storm, I think it was a solid 9 out of 10 experience. And only a 9 out of 10 because for a little bit of it, I did think I was going to get blown off my ladder. Stay tuned for the rest of my outdoor mural season, and thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it.